Hello, friends. Welcome back to Transcendent Astrology and Tarot. My name is Michelle Fondon. I'm the author of 12 published books, including Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, and Twin Flame Union, the 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. You can find all of my published books on Amazon. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do one-on-one tarot readings. You can book that at my website below. And don't forget, on Thursday, July 31st of 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, I'm hosting a free webinar called Elevate Your Twin Flame Vibration. This is going to be an amazing evening, about 45 minutes to an hour. You're going to do an exercise real time to elevate your twin flame vibration, whether you want to be with your twin flame or not. This is so crazy. I've done this and it is crazy how quickly you get results. This is not a gimmick. This is something that I personally learned. And I'm just going to teach you how to do it. And we are going to do it real time. The link is below to register. Even if you can't make that time, register anyway. You'll have 3 days to view the recorded webinar after the webinar itself. Welcome to the Twin Flame Weekly Tarot Reading for July 28th of 2025 through August 3rd. Yes, we are in August. I can't even believe it. And of course, did you know that Mercury is still retrograde? And that's another reason why the webinar, Elevate Your Twin Flame Vibration, is going to be amazing, because a lot of people freak out about retrogrades because Saturn is also retrograde. A lot of people freak out about retrogrades, but retrogrades are for redos, like do-overs. You can redo, restart. I really like this as an opportunity when planets are retrograde to be able to have a do-over. And this is great. A lot of people are like, no, retrogrades are terrible. They're not really terrible. They're more about introspection. So let's go ahead and see where the twin flame dynamics are at for this week. To start, I always like to say a blessing over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be of the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to all involved. Archangel Michael, stand guard, casting away all lower energies with your sword of light. Romance angels and twin flame angels, please help twin flames around the globe understand what they need to know to learn and to grow. So I'm working with the Fairy Tarot this week, and we're going to get Divine Feminine's energy first. Now, if you have viewed the last 2 twin flame readings, Divine Feminine has been in some challenging energy. So we're going to go ahead and see how Divine Feminine's energy toward Divine Masculine has evolved. So we have the 3 of Spring, which is a much better energy. 3 of Spring is the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is about looking to the long term, making long-term plans, and waiting for your ship to arrive, your treasure chest to arrive. So this is a visionary card. It's about looking out into the future, having expectations of something great that will happen. I really like this energy for Divine Feminines. It's about good things are coming. And this is so much better as an energy than what we have been experiencing. Okay, DM, what is your energy toward DF? Please and thank you. Oh my gosh, 10 of Summer. This is crazy. This is 10 of Cups. Now, 10 of Cups is a very happy energy. This is about having the happy family, the happy relationship, the emotionally happy relationship, everything that you want, need, and desire for the future. This is about DM really thinking about and planning out their romantic vision for the future. I like this. This is a card of love and romance and happiness and rainbows. And this is like super nice. It means that the relationship that Divine Masculine is seeking is, from an emotional standpoint, the most emotionally fulfilling relationship that they could have. And so maybe in the past, Divine Masculines haven't been thinking about this. They haven't been thinking about what makes me happy and fulfilled emotionally, from an emotional standpoint. How do I want my relationships to look? How do I want my romantic relationships to look? And this is about Divine Masculine calling in that emotional fulfillment, which is pretty amazing because I feel that a lot of the Divine Masculines, especially if they're male in gender, and they were raised in societies where showing emotions was a sign of weakness, or maybe they were taught not to show their emotions. I feel like considering emotions for Divine Masculines is something very special and different. I find it very different because, yes, every man, if we're talking about men, in the fact that societies have a tendency to suppress men's feelings or teach them to do that, when it comes to men, it's not that men don't want satisfying relationships. It's not that they don't want emotionally fulfilling relationships. It's that they haven't been taught the language, or they haven't been taught to get in touch with their emotions to consider that for the future for their relationships. So I love it. I love the 10 of Cups. Very positive card. The fact that it shows the summer suit, and here we are right in the middle of summer. Okay, for the twin flame couple, please and thank you. What are the messages for July 8th through August 3rd? So we have the Chariot card. Things are finally moving forward. The Chariot is a lovely sign. This is also a very twin flame type card. It's not the strongest twin flame card in the tarot deck. It's definitely a twin flame card in the tarot deck because we have the yin and the yang energies. You can't really see it in this card itself, but usually it's represented by like a black and white horse, right? Two opposing forces, opposing colors, the yin and the yang. And they're working together to move forward. So think about the Divine Feminine energy, think about the Divine Masculine energy, that they are working together to move forward. This is forward moving momentum, which is kind of interesting. As I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, that Mercury is still in retrograde. And typically, Mercury being about communication and transportation, things don't move forward very quickly. But this is very interesting that we're seeing this, though. We're seeing this forward moving momentum. We're seeing how the forces of yin and yang are working together to move forward. And I really enjoy this. Wow, so far this reading is a very positive reading. So let's take a look at the romantic energies for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine together for this week. Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines, as you combine your energies together, what are the messages that are coming through for the week of July 28th? Please and thank you. Acceptance. Accept that everything happens for a reason. We're going to see what else this means because I'm not quite sure right here based on the 3 tarot cards, which are so incredibly positive. I'm not really sure what that means. So DM and DF, what are the messages here for the romance? Healing. Old wounds need revisiting and healing. Yeah, so this is interesting because everything looks super positive. But maybe if there is forward moving momentum with the Chariot card for both of you together, maybe the acceptance and the healing means that maybe as you guys work together and as you guys come together, that there will be some healing that still needs to be revisited. And there's that word revisited, right? I mentioned that with retrogrades, like Mercury retrograde and now Saturn retrograde, that there are things that need revisiting, reworking, revisiting, a redo. So perhaps this means that yes, you guys are moving forward. Yes, you're ready to envision the future with both of the cards that we saw, the Three of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Yes, you're ready with the Chariot to move forward, but some of these things do need revisiting. Some of the childhood wounds need revisiting, or some of the wounds that have been triggered by the twin flame connection are needing to be revisited. So let's go ahead and take a look for twin flames, please and thank you, moving forward on the week of July 28th. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are now needed. Yeah, so interesting. Okay, the messages that are coming through with that are when all systems are go, when divine feminine and divine masculine are coming back together to move forward swiftly with the Chariot card, that still does not mean that everything is picture perfect. For most of you, there have been wounds that have been triggered by this twin flame connection. There has been past hurt with the twin flame, either you or your person or both. And there has been a lot that needs to be filtered out, worked out, or redone. And when you're coming back together, it's not about let's just pick up where we left off, or it's not about everything's hunky-dory right now, like everything is picture perfect. It's not that. The boundaries are going to be, yes, we can move forward. Yes, this is a good idea. Yes, I see the vision for the future. Yes, I see that we could be emotionally happy together, but we're still going to need to work out the kinks. We're still going to need to work out the stuff that was accumulated from past garbage. And it's not that you're going to focus on the past garbage. You're going to have discussions about the past garbage, meaning like if there was something that your divine masculine did that you did not like, there has to be a discussion about it, and vice versa. If there's something that divine feminine did that divine masculine didn't like, there's going to be a discussion surrounding it. You can't just shove it under the rug. You can't just pretend that it wasn't there, because there has been a lot of hurt for many of you. There's been ghosting and blocking and maybe restraining orders. There's been so many things that you need to talk about, these wounds and the healing of the wounds. And the boundaries are like, let's set firm boundaries about what behavior is acceptable and what behavior is not acceptable, for example. All right, so what else do we need to see here? I feel like one more message needs to come out for the romance piece. Different pages. You and this person do not share the same vision. So again, I feel that a lot of the discussions are going to be to get you on the same page. This is the message that is the strongest that's coming through on that. With the Ten of Cups, divine masculine is now honoring more their emotions and less their logical mind, okay? With the Three of Wands about planning and care for the future, divine feminines are now more, not so much in the logical, but like in the logistics of step by step, and less on the emotions. So in a way, you guys have flip-flopped. You've changed positions. The issue with the emotions, and yes, one should follow and honor one's emotions. The issue with that, especially when it comes to the Chariot coming back together, moving forward quickly, is that if you go with the emotions of love and romance, some of the logistics can get overlooked. And I believe it's the divine feminines who are going to have to say, hey, wait a minute. Let's not overlook the details. Let's not overlook the logistics of what needs to happen to make this happen. And that's why I think you guys are on different pages. It's not that you're on different pages that you'll never see eye to eye. Absolutely not. It's that the place that you're at right now as it stands is the situations have been flip-flopped. DM is coming toward DF with more of an emotional response, and Divine Feminine is coming toward Divine Masculine with more of a logical, logistical response. So that's what it means to say you guys are on different pages. It's just now things really need to be worked out and boundaries need to be set and the healing needs to start and things need to be taken step by step and not rushed, not overlooked, because it's easy to rush forward when the feelings are good. But as soon as you hit a bump, as soon as you hit a roadblock, that's when things can go awry. But if you're looking at the logistics, you're looking at the logic and the step-by-step, then you can deal with the problems as they come up. And again, you're not running away, or your DM's not running away, or DF's not running away, or you're not just pushing the problems under the rug and saying everything's perfect, we're twin flames, we're supposed to be together. That's not what's going to happen. Let's take a look at messages from DM to DF, and then I'm going to do an extended DM to DF reading on my website. So the link is below if you'd like to join for free. So DM, what do you need to say to DF, please and thank you for the week of July 28th of 2025? I can't handle such a deeply spiritual connection at this time. Okay, so we're going to keep going because I'm not really sure what that means based on the entire reading. The entire reading is not telling me that. So let's see what else is going on. DM, what else is going on here? I don't know why, but I've always based my self-worth on what you think of me. So I feel like part of the reason that DM is saying that about the spiritual connection is that they're finally getting in touch with their emotions. Like they're finally getting in touch with the fact that it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to lead with your feelings. And I feel like that's all they can do right now is just focus on the feelings. And they think the spiritual is actually everything else. So let's see, let's get one more message and see how we can tie this all together. So DM, what do you need to say to DF, please and thank you? I'm embarrassed about my actions. I wouldn't be able to look you in the eyes. Yeah, those are all the emotions actually that are coming forward with these two cards. The self-worth, the embarrassment about the actions. But the spiritual part of the connection, I feel like they just feel like that is something so otherworldly, like so out of the realm of their understanding, which it's not, that they are ultra focused on their emotions right now. And it's really hard for them to consider anything else but their emotions. It's almost like the wellspring of emotions for Divine Masculine has been bubbling up underneath the surface, and now it's just exploding. So they're almost like just exploding with emotions, like feelings of love, feelings of happiness about you as their twin flame, about the twin flame situation. And it seems like this week, the emotions are all they can handle. They can't handle anything but the emotions. They may even come rushing toward Divine Feminine with a declaration of love, with a declaration of emotions, with a declaration of, I just need to do this. Like, I just need to be with you. Like, I'm so embarrassed about my actions from the past, but I just need to be with you. And I don't feel like Divine Feminine should refuse to receive that, but I do feel that it's time for logic and reason and logistics for the Divine Feminine when Divine Masculine comes forth. I feel like it's, yes, I receive it. Yes, I receive your emotions. Yes, I receive your love. Let's sit down and have a chat, right? Yes, Divine Masculine, I receive you. I get where you're coming from because I've been there. But now it's time for me to talk to you about logistics. I think that's gonna help slow things down just a little bit so that you guys can work out the details. So that is it for this week. If you would like to join me for the extended DM to DF reading, please join at the link below. I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this with other twin flames, and thank you so much for your support of my channel. You can purchase one of my 12 published books. You can book a reading with me or join Elevate Your Twin Flame Vibration, and I will see you in the next video.